like for you? Because everybody was wondering what's in your head. This stuff's going on. How are you processing it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just kept the main thing, and that's football. Dylan's a really good player, and I'm excited to go up there and compete with him. But at the same time, him coming doesn't change the player that I am, change the way I should attack, what I do. So I'm just keeping my head down, working hard, and ready to compete.
With you and Davon, I mean, you've both been kind of in the spotlight, for a while, several years, like grinding to get to this point. So what can you say about the connection that you two have built last few years and continuing that now?
Yeah, ever since 8th grade and COVID, when we first met, he used to come to my house, multiple times a week, and we'd play one-on-one basketball, we'd lift, we'd throw. We've had that type of relationship for a while now. So to know that we're going to be able to continue that moving forward, it just makes this moment so much more special.
When was the moment when you thought a day like this could be possible? When it kind of tipped and you'd go from like I'm good at football to like I can really like get to the next level? Yeah,
I think ever since I can remember, I've wanted to play in the NFL and been super passionate about the sport. But I think it really flipped after the football camp. It was an FBU Top Gun camp I went to summer going into 8th grade, and I got named to like the all camp team. And after that point, I was really like, I think I can realistically, achieve the dreams and all the goals that I have. And it kind of put in perspective, like there's a lot of top guys here, and I'm able to throw and compete with anybody. So I think that's kind of when it flipped. But I've always kind of had that drive and love for this game of football.
What's the key when you became like a name that is suddenly talked about on the radio and then the last year or whatever to handling that? What's been useful to you?
Yeah, I think it's especially in the state of Nebraska, when you commit and you're an in-state, there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. But I think overall it's been really cool. There's always going to be haters and stuff like that, but I think 95% is always support, and we have great fans and great people in this state. So it's definitely a blessing, and people kind of say stuff like that. And I don't think it's been that much crazier or different. Maybe I don't notice all of it, but it's definitely a blessing for sure.
What was the message from like Coach Ruler in those last days? When Dylan came aboard, and what did you think about going to Michigan State? Could you kind of go through that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not really going to talk about any other schools, but I mean the message was that they wanted both of us. At the end of the day, they wanted both of us to come in and compete, and that's what it's always going to be. So that never changed. There was never any questioning, and it wasn't like they're just keeping me just because they wanted him. It's a full on. They wanted to keep both of us, and I think that kind of speaks to, just what. I don't even know what I was going to say. But yeah, they want both of us to come in and compete, and so that never wavered or changed in my eyes.
Hey, when you get done like processing the initial shock that all of a sudden, the QB picture for the freshman class changes considerably last week, how do you look at it? I mean, is it a competitive thing? You guys have been on the same field plenty of times in the past. So how does that play into the way that you approach this going forward?
Yeah, I don't think it changes a single thing about approaching it going forward. It's really just, they could have brought in a transfer. They could have brought in, so at the end of the day, it's just whoever's in the QB room, it's going to be a competition, and the best guy's going to play. And I'm going to, whether it's me, whether it's somebody else, I'm going to support that, whatever is best for the team. So it doesn't change the way I approach it at all. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep working like I was planning on doing in the first place.
Did you get a chance to get to know Heinrich and Chubba look pretty good, and is that kind of exciting too to join with them? Yeah,
those are two really good, really down to earth, really good people. I'm excited to join that QB room with those guys. Obviously, they got some experience this year, and I know they're definitely planning on building on that this offseason. So I'm excited.
How do you kind of put this whole thing into perspective from the beginning to now? This whole process, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's a nice Giants case, by the way. Go Giants. But it's, I don't know if I'd say surreal. Like, I feel like that's what it was when I got my first offer. But to get here now, I think it's just been such a long journey. A lot of, like Isaiah was saying earlier, a lot of late nights, early mornings. And like I said, I've had such an incredible support around me and people around me that have helped me get here. So it's an incredible feeling. And like I said, I'm just excited to get up there and start getting to work for sure.
Are you glad this recruiting process is over and some of the stress of it is gone?
Yeah, the recruiting process is crazy. It's only getting crazier with transfers and stuff like that. So to know that I finally solidified my spot on a team and knowing that I can just keep the main thing, get in, start working, it's exciting.
You were one of the best peer recruiters Nebraska's seen around here, but it's today kind of special too to see all those other guys that you had to say with, signing?
Yeah, for sure. I think it just is gonna kind of help. One, it helped get people here for sure, and that was a lot of fun. Kind of meeting new people and being like an extension of the staff as far as recruiting goes. But I think it also helps just I'll have a stronger relationship with those guys. I don't have to meet a bunch of new guys that are coming in the class. And not only them, like I have a good relationship with our class, but I think it's cool being in-state and being so close, and how many in-state guys are already on the team. And so I already have a good relationship with so many guys that are already on the team, and I think that's just going to help me kind of get in a good routine and kind of be implemented into the team quicker when I get up there.
Guys like Carter Nelson and Grant Bricks, were recruited by who's who nationally.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah. So what is it, what does it mean for you to have played the role that you did in, I'm not saying that you're the reason they're coming,
For sure, yeah.
But like getting to be friends with them and helping them through this process.
Yeah, those are the I don't know how to say it. The main thing about both those dudes is just they're great people. They're people that I've generally grown a friendship and relationship with. And at the end of the day, it was their decision, but I think they know in their hearts what Nebraska football can be. And I think they know in their hearts what this staff is going to be able to do. So to get guys of that caliber to come in, it's only going to help us, be more successful as a team. But like I said, they're just great dudes, and I'm excited to kind of be around and grind with and play with. So.
You and Grant are moving. Are you guys living together in the spring?
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
He officially made a decision to come early, which I was excited about. It wasn't easy for him, I could tell, because he has a lot of ties in different sports that he plays. But I'm excited to be around him. Super good dude. I know he's going to work his butt off, and we're going to have a great time.
How and with Carter, how close to the two of you become through this? I mean, everybody saw you guys pictures on social media.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it won't be on that.
Yeah, we become really close. I mean, it kind of started with, I met him on a game day junior year. It was one of the first game days, and I remember kind of seeing on Twitter when he was first getting a few like local offers and stuff like that before he really blew up. But I could just tell from the start that he was a good dude, and we were going to kind of have a good relationship, and we've just been in good contact ever since. We've went to the College World Series, been on a bunch of visits, so it's like he stayed at my house a bunch of times. Like, we're just really close now, and I'm excited to. It sucks he's not graduating early, but I'm just really excited to be up there and know that there's people like him and Grant on the team. Not only good dudes, not only uber talented, but that are going to work hard and help build this thing the right way.
You been to Ainsworth?
I've not. I was close to. He decided I was going to come for their homecoming, hang out for a weekend, but he ended up taking the Notre Dame visit.
That's right.